Hi garden friends, welcome back to the Latina Garden. Ellie here. Today I wanted to do my June garden tour and I hope you enjoy this video and let's see what we have accomplished in this month of June. So over the past weekend I moved some of my pots around. So I want to start my garden tour with my patio here. I still have my bougainvillea in a pot, which I am going to plant in the ground, and I'm thinking about putting it here in my corner garden and see if maybe I can try to trellis it up the trellis. I have, this is my peony, the Monsieur Jules Ellie, which I think is doing pretty good. It had a bunch of little buds that didn't bloom, and so I know I need to put it in a bigger pot or I need to put it in the ground. I'm just trying to figure out where is the best spot for it. Here it says that it wants full sun, but I'm not sure. Sometimes when things say full sun, because I live in Northern California, it is a lot stronger sun than the average. So sometimes it's not a true full sun plant. So this one gets a lot of sun, but it does get a lot of like afternoon shade. So I'm checking out this spot to see if it stays happy. And then if it does, I'm gonna buy a bigger pot and plant it here. Another spot that I thought of would be to kind of put it on my bordered fence there, because that gets a lot more shade if it doesn't do well here from the heat. My dianthus is looking good. I did plant my dahlias here. So as far as what color dahlias are they, I am not sure, because Nico pulled out the tags and I will now just be surprised. So there's 4 of them here. I'm hoping that I will start seeing some little flower buds soon, but we haven't yet. I decided to move my guayaba tree to this corner. I had it originally over here in this other corner that gets more than 12 hours of sun, but I don't think it was, I think it was getting too much sun. I don't think it was liking that spot very well. So I'm moving it over here, this which still gets plenty of morning sun, but it will get some shade. Behind here, I have my little rose bushes. I don't remember, and I can't find the information for this one, but it's a white rose. And I can't remember if it was the, I want to call it the John F. Kennedy, but I don't think it's that one. But it is very fragrant. It has like a citrusy smell, which I am very pleased with. It smells really good. Originally I wanted to get a white rose. I was looking for Pope John Paul II. So if you ever find Pope John Paul II in a rose form, it smells amazing, and it's you will not regret it. It, I believe, is a little bit of a smaller rose than this one, but this one's really nice and very fragrant. This one over here I have is my Eden climbing rose. So this is a climber. I need to trellis it onto something. I need to pot it more properly, but so far I've just been enjoying these beautiful blooms off of my Eden climbing rose. So just really nice. It is not as fragrant as I was hoping for. It's a very subtle, low fragrance, but it's beautiful. I love the pink color. On this side, I have my Shirley Temple peony, which again, I am trying out this spot because it does get plenty of sun, but also gets afternoon shade. So we'll see how that one turns out. Over here in my other corner, we moved some things around. I decided to put my fig tree back here. So I have decided I want to kind of stake it and maybe pull some of these stems a little bit more up for more support. They do have a bunch of figs on here already, which is very exciting. I absolutely am so excited to have figs. Last season I got some, not a lot, and this year we've got more, so very nice and exciting. Here I have more dianthus, my carnations, and then here growing out are some lilies, some stargazer lilies. I'm not sure what color these are. I had planted a tiger lily and a Casablanca, so I'm hoping, I haven't seen Casablanca bloom yet, so I'm hoping that's one, but we'll see. I have been enjoying my gladiolus this month, where we've had some beautiful pink ones growing this year. And then over here I have my Dusty Miller, which has now gone to flower. And then these are my other lilies. These are the rose lily, which has double the petals than a regular like Asiatic lily. So I am excited to see when they will bloom. This one, I'm hoping that it will still bloom. It's been quite a struggle because the kids kind of had broken the stem. Nico broke the stem once already, and it still kept growing. I have a stick here for support, so I am hoping that it continues to grow. And then back here I do have a little Bells of Ireland coming up. Here is my lavender, which I've already cut back. It bloomed, it looked great, and now I've cut it back for the next season. In this corner we have my rosemary, some Supertunia bubblegum, my kumquat tree, which still is growing a lot of blooms. I am so excited. I am fingers crossed that we get some kumquats next season. So I do need to fertilize it because I'm noticing some of the leaves are getting kind of yellowy. They're losing the green luster color. So I need to add some fertilizer in here. In this pot, I've had my stock and my Bells of Ireland filled up in here. Everything has died back, has died down, so I am going to repot this. Not sure if I'm gonna do more of my dahlias. I'm leaning towards planting some of the dahlias here that I still have to plant. Over here in this other corner, I have my dahlias. This is the Diva, which is kind of like a burgundy color. In the picture, it looked a little bit more purple, a little different. So I was a little surprised on how the color, it's like a really dark red, but it looks pretty. I like it, no complaints here. I'm excited for it. And then, so I have 5 dahlias planted in here, 5 tubers. 3 of them are the Divas, 2 of them are the Great Silence, I believe. So we'll see what color those come out. So here we have our first garden bed where we put our trellis up, and here are our Chinese long beans, which are growing so nicely. It absolutely loves this spot. We have early girl tomatoes in here, which you can see we have some already. They just haven't turned red yet. And we have our Sweet 100s right next to them, which I haven't seen any tomatoes yet. We have our Genovese basil, which we absolutely love. It is great in salads or in pastas, or just as a little side garnish. Also looks great and tastes delicious. And behind the tomatoes, we have our zucchini, which we've already harvested 2 of our first zucchinis here. Here you can see all the little flower buds. If you actually can eat the flowers, and it is used in some of the Mexican cooking. My husband doesn't let me cut them to cook because he rather have the vegetable of zucchini instead of eating the flowers. But they are edible. You can cook them and you can eat them. To continue here from where the tomatoes are, we have our Italian oregano, which is one of my favorite herbs that we plant and we grow. And then I have my strawberries, which Nico has been eating most of them. And I have my other pot over here, which is absolutely loving it. Nice, beautiful big leaves there. And then we also planted more of the Chinese long beans. And we are doing this beautiful trellis. So on this side over here, we are trying to plant the gagoots, which is an Italian squash / gourd that my husband always likes to plant. And it needs to be on a trellis. They can grow up to 2-3 feet long. We usually cut them about 2 feet. And then on this side with the Chinese long beans, hopefully we can get this whole trellis filled in, and it will look beautiful. So I absolutely love the trellis. I haven't decided if I want to paint it. I might still paint it, maybe next year. I don't know, we'll see. And then this is the front of my garden, which I am going to include a different video that I had taken a couple weeks ago of this corner, because it looks a lot better than what it looks like now. Because the kids, again, with their soccer balls, they've crushed some of these California poppies. But I just wanted to say I love the California poppies. I literally just threw a packet of seeds that I got from a friend, and I just threw them all in here, and that's all I did, and they came up on their own so beautifully. This purple and yellow, gold, orange has just looked so gorgeous in this corner. And then I do have one of my gladiolas here coming up. That one has been the longest, biggest gladiolas that I have seen since I started planting gladiolas last year. So I think it really likes, I don't know if it's the soil or if it just likes this spot, but I think I might, after the season ends, move all of my gladiolas in this area and just kind of align them around. And here is the beautiful gladiolus, which I just loved the color, this peach beautiful color, and it just looks so beautiful. I also had my tiger lily bloom, which I absolutely love the lilies. And then this is a better picture of my stalk and my poppies that were blooming. This area just looked so pretty and full and beautiful. These two are another different variety of tomatillo than I planted last year. This one, it is a purple one, but this one is called, it's just called tomatillo purple. So last year when I planted them, they were the milpas, I believe. So they looked a little bit different. They didn't really turn, some of them turned a little purple, but most of them kind of stayed green. So I am going to plant these. They're not planted in here yet, but I'm going to try to plant them over here in this other garden bed. Now, coming from the back side of our flower bed garden, I wanted to just show all the California poppies from the back. And also back here, these are some zinnias that came up. They reseeded themselves from last year. And I am so excited. I did not plant any zinnia seeds in here, and yet I've had a lot of them. You can see one there, a lot of them coming up. So I love zinnias. And then also back here, I wanted to show, I have this plant, which I wasn't sure what it was at first. I thought it was going to be a sunflower, because we did have 2 sunflowers grown here last year, but these are actually tomatillos. So some of my tomatillos from last year that I planted in this bed decided to reseed itself back here. So I am going to try to cage this. I might move it. I might dig it up and move it. I just haven't decided yet, but I do need to cage it if I'm not going to move it. And hopefully this will help to get more tomatillos this season. And then my pomegranate tree here, which has blooms, and I'm hoping for a pomegranate, so fingers crossed. So in this garden bed, like I mentioned, we have the gagoots the gagoots takes a long time for the seedlings to come up. About maybe even 3 weeks for them to start to sprout. So I'm giving it time, and hopefully they do come up. Apologize for the noise. They just started to cut their grass, and my AC is going on. So hopefully you can still hear me. But here we have some peppers growing and more Genovese basil, because we just love the Genovese. Here we have the Japanese cucumber. It's the first time we're growing the Japanese cucumber, so hopefully we get a lot of cucumbers. I'm excited for those. Those tend to be skinny but very long, great for salads. Over here I have blackberries, which I am super excited about because we did not get any blackberries last year. So I'm excited to get them this year. Hopefully the birds and critters don't get them before I do. But we also added some twine here on the fence to kind of help guide it along the fence here. Here along the long fence border, we have my roses. I have some, this is Proven Winners, the Super Tunia Tiara Pink, which is a beautiful pink color with a lighter pink in the center. Really nice. I have my delphiniums in the back, so it has some blue in the back, and then it has some celosia in the mid, and then all around the front I have the Super Tunia Tiara Pink. So I kind of liked this color combination, and we'll see how that goes. I also got some pots here, so I planted this one. This is my purple lilac, and hopefully somewhere around the season I want to, ideally I would like to put another trellis here, like a framed trellis. I think it would look really nice or some maybe other type of trellis, but some type of trellis there to guide the lilac vine. On the bottom here, I have a Proven Winners Super Bina pink cashmere. I have been wanting this pink cashmere for over a year now, and I finally found it at my local Green Acres, so I was super excited. And I think I got four. I got 4 of them. So I planted one here and a couple in different spots. This is my lantana, and it's like a pink lemonade. It has pink and yellow to it. It did have some blooms earlier, and it has some blooms coming up here. My other rose bush, I have a hydrangea back there. I planted my pink hydrangea, and then I also planted some more super zinnias. This was, I can't remember the name of this one, but it has a yellow center and it's white, almost looks like an egg. And I want to say it's called something egg. And then some more celosia in that pot. Here I have another hydrangea. This is a blue hydrangea. It's supposed to be a blue hydrangea, although right now it looks green because it's starting to, it's their life cycle, it's changing colors. I want to plant it in a pot similar to this and maybe put it over here next to my rose bush. And I wanted to plant it with this one. This is supposed to be the same tiara pink, but the tag says tiara pink, but it doesn't look like a tiara pink, but I still liked the color, so I kept it. I'm not sure if it was just marked wrong or if it's like defective, but I thought it was a pretty pinkish purple lilac color, and I thought it would look great with the blue of the hydrangea. So I'm hoping to plant those two together in the pot. And then my elephant ears have been blooming, so I need to put those in a pot as well. And then here is my rose bush. This has my orange color rose bush, which is like this beautiful orange color, orange and yellow, and it turns into like a fiery orange. So it's really pretty. And then I have a fern, I have a polka dot plant. I'm not sure what this is, but it's been growing great. It likes that spot. Some more dahlias here. This is the one that I might plant in a pot over there by on my patio. Astable was growing in there. This, I also want to put another trellis on this fence so that I can grow my camellia on the trellis as well. My succulent pot. This is my other rose bush, which has started to, bloom again. Another blue hydrangea. This one's planted in the ground. I kind of wanted to see how it would do in the ground and if it would keep its color. So originally, when it was in the pot, it was like this beautiful blue color, like a baby blue. This baby blue hydrangea. Since I planted it in the ground, it's gotten a little bit more of like a purple tint to it. So a little different. I like the color, but I think I really wanted to keep the baby blue. And in the picture, it does match this. This does match the picture perfectly. But I kind of like this baby blue, so I might dig it up and maybe just pot it. I don't know, we'll see. Here's another dahlia. This is my Dicentra, I believe the bleeding heart. which I think the kids probably kicked it with a bat or something, soccer ball most of the time, and it's broken some of the stems, so it's dying. But it is a perennial. It should come back again next season. My mint, which I continuously cut back. My Shasta daisies. So here is another salvia. This one has these beautiful pink flowers here. Something is eating it, so I need to spray it with maybe some neem oil or something, because something's been getting in here and munching on my plants. But this one was a really pretty pink flower here, and it's looking like it likes the spot. And then here is my butterfly bush. I did get some twine just to hold it up because it was flopping over too much. I think the top was getting really heavy, but it just looks so gorgeous. And I will show a clip of a little hummingbird that came to visit this little area in a minute. But it was, having the hummingbird here was just so exciting. I was so happy to see it, loving this spot. And so to continue, here is a gerbera daisy that hasn't bloomed, but it's still alive, so that's good. Some alcatraz. My milkweed came back. It looked like it had died down, and it came back, so I'm so excited to see the milkweed. I haven't gotten it to bloom yet, but hopefully it will bloom some flowers, and maybe some caterpillars will come up from that. So hopefully maybe some monarch butterflies. They need milkweed to hatch their eggs, put their eggs on, and they usually will put it on the back of the leaves as well. You'll see these little tiny white little balls. So fingers crossed. Some Dusty Miller, which I want to add some more Dusty Miller to this area. And then here I have my honeysuckle. This is my pink lemonade honeysuckle, which has these pink and yellow flowers. And I am trying to trellis it in here in this nice trellis that my husband made me. Here I still have some of my stalks still blooming. Some supertunias. This is it's amaranth. It's the Love Lies Bleeding that reseeded itself from last year. And it sprouted in different areas in this corner garden here. This one I absolutely love. This is my Superbina, the pink cashmere, and it's such a beautiful pink to white color. Some alyssum. This is some lamb's ear, which again, something is in here and it's eating. So I need to find what critter it is that's eating my plants in this area. This is my dahlia, which, yes, I know I need a deadhead, but it is absolutely beautiful pink. Some of my, I had planted oil back all along the back fence here, some gladiolas, so I am happy to see they're still growing. And then here is a volunteer tomatillo plant. I have 1, 2. There was 2. One of the kids broke one. So Tomatillo, this is another Superbena. This one doesn't really change color. It blooms this way. So different than the pink cashmere. When I first got it, I almost thought it was the same as the pink cashmere, just in a purple color. But no, it doesn't change the same way as the pink cashmere, but it's still very beautiful. I have here a zinnia that bloomed from last season. Here I had some more amaranth, the Love Lies Bleeding, which the kids broke at this bigger stem that was more fuller. But there's still one right there that's coming. And then here I have something growing. I think this was, I don't remember what flower. I knew I grew it from seed, and it's blooming one flower here, so I'm patiently waiting to see what it will look like. But I don't remember what it is. I have another one here, not sure what that is. I know these back here are some of the, double charter. They're super long. What are they called? So these, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 plants. These are hollyhocks. And then another zinnia that came up. These are Supertunia vistas. These are a little bit more smaller than the regular Supertunia. And then another dahlia over here. And here I have a scabiosa. I can get that in frame. So that's a scabiosa that I also started from seed. And then this is my corner garden. I also planted these baskets with, I have 2 that I planted with the Superbena pink cashmere from Proven Winners, which is absolutely just lovely. So if you haven't gotten one of these, I definitely recommend. And then this is my other one on this side, and it's this beautiful pink color that fades into white. That I have those planted there in that basket, in those 2 baskets. So here is my long wall border. I have this evergreen bush that I still want to get out, but my mom wants it, so I need to be careful with taking it out. Here we have another, this is the tiger lily, bloomed here. I had planted one bulb, so that one finally flowered. I have some lavender, and then I want to put this in a pot, in a big pot. But this is my Australian finger lime. Finger lime. It's a semi-dwarf finger lime. So it has like these little tiny like fruits that grow from it. You can see one right there. And I want to plant it here. I kind of wanted to keep like a tree shape, almost like a lollipop shape, but I might trellis it on my rainbow trellis here. So I call it a rainbow trellis, but arch trellis, if you want to call it that. Here I had planted these little sugar snaps, but I think I was too late for the game because it's not doing very good. So I don't think we're gonna get anything from this season, but we'll see. Still early. With the wind and everything, they keep falling off the trellis. I put some twine here to try to wrap it around the twine so that it can reach the trellis and hopefully climb up. But we'll see what happens. This side is doing a lot better than the other side. The other side is just dead. But that's how gardening is. I have some more of the gladiolus in here, another lavender. I planted some celosia in here too, which is a little struggle in there. This area gets a lot of sun, so I don't think the celosia liked the spot very much. I have another milkweed. This is a little bit a different variety of milkweed, but it seems to like the spot. My bougainvillea, starting to get green again, and so I'm hoping it fills up this trellis nicely. And then this is the other section where I also planted a few other of the snap peas, and you can see it's just not doing so good. It's struggling quite a bit, so we'll see what comes from there. Probably nothing. And then here I planted randomly some sunflowers, so hopefully we get some sunflowers. I think that's the sunflower seeds. This area, some gladiolas that I planted last year that started to come up, but the kids with the soccer balls, it just did not survive. I also have another evergreen like bush here, which I keep telling my husband I want to remove, get rid of, and then I want to make this, I want to put a water feature in this area, something that's away from the kids so that they don't they can't hurt themselves if it falls, down, if it falls over or anything like that. So I want to do a little water feature there. I think would be nice. Eventually, I want to try to cover this up to make it look nicer. And then over here, I have another lily, or stargazer lily, Asiatic lily. And those I've planted in different spots. I really love those flowers. I think they're just absolutely beautiful. So I keep on buying more and planting them. Here we have some more of our Italian oregano and mint all mixed in with each other. And then my rose bush that I had to cut back again because it was just full of thrips and made me very sad because it ruined my flowers. But c'est la vie. So this is end of June garden here. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your garden friends. Until next time, sow love, grow joy, and stay rooted. Bye.